Hey friends, this is Carolyn, and I am going to do my take on allrecipes.com dumpling, one dish dumpling, one pan dumpling dinner. I made it their way and it's wonderful. It uses a Thai curry paste and coconut milk, and it's delicious. But I want to try it differently. I want to try it with just chicken stock instead. I love dumplings, but what I can't stand about dumplings is having to steam them and fry them and get them brown. It makes such a mess. It's to me, it's way too time consuming. This is a one pan dish that I'm thinking is going to be fabulous this way. So what I've got here is, it calls for bok choy and it called for 5 cups. I got a giant head of it and I don't skimp on the veg, so I'm not going to measure 5 cups. What am I going to do with 2 stalks of leftover bok choy? So anyway, I'm going to use all of that. I'm going to mix up the sauce and we're going to put it in this pan and we're going to do that together. So the recipe, I'm going to mix it right in the dish. But first I have to peel my garlic cloves. It calls for 2 teaspoons of minced garlic. I'm going to grate it because I don't want to bite into garlic in the soup. It's basically, I'm going to do it in a seasoned broth. So I've got 2 cloves of garlic, and you've seen me do this before. I'm going to move this cup out of the way. We take the garlic clove in the paper and we just, to loosen it. We don't totally smash it up, although it would be very satisfying to do that. But we're just going to peel off this paper, and then I'm going to grate it, and I'm going to grate it right into the pan, and you're going to see that. Apparently I didn't hit it hard enough to get rid of the rest of this, but we will deal. Okay, it's not coming off. There we go. Okay, so I've got rid of the garlic paper on that one. This is the next one. This will go, yeah, this one went easier because it was a different shape. So what I'm going to do is take my dish, put it on my board. Again, you always use a board. And I got this question again, why aren't I not cutting directly on this wooden top? For 2 reasons. Number one, it's not food safe. This is not an island. I use it as an island. It's a Husky tool chest, 52 or 54 inches. It's fabulous, all the room in the drawers. But even if it were food safe and a butcher block, I would never cut directly on it, because how do you clean that? It scars, it mars. You don't want to do that to your counters. Always use a board. And then I will do something on boards as well, because what you want is a good end grain cutting board. It's the gentlest on your knives. So what I'm going to do is take this rasp. This is a cooking rasp. This is one of the best tools you can have in your kitchen. And I'm going to place it this way in my dish, and I'm just going to grate my garlic. Calls for 2 teaspoons. I look at it like each one of these cloves is about a teaspoon. We shall see. And here we go. So, okay, so far, yeah, that's about a teaspoon. I will show you. That's about a teaspoon of grated garlic. Going to do the next one. Now, if you can't eat garlic, I have a friend who's Greek, and she discovered that she and her family react terribly to garlic. Leave it out. If you don't like something, a seasoning, a spice, leave it out, or put what you like in it. This, I happen to enjoy garlic. I don't react badly to it, so I'm going to use it. And there we go with that. So that's that. So that's 2 teaspoons of garlic. The next thing that it calls for is freshly grated ginger. And I'm going to give you a little hint, of course I am, on ginger. I buy ginger, fresh ginger, and if you've ever bought it, you get a big knob. I break it up, I put it in a Ziploc, and I throw it in the freezer. I don't know if any of you have ever tried to grate garlic, to grate ginger. It's fibrous, it gets crazy. When you are doing it frozen, it's beautiful, easy, and fast. So we need 1 teaspoon of minced fresh ginger. Again, I'm going to grate it. So, and you don't have to peel it. You can if you want. And peeling ginger, if you're going to do it when it's fresh. Because I'll show you how to do that. You do it with a teaspoon, actually. Okay. Now this is right on top of the garlic, so it's not going to be easy to see, but I will show you how that ginger, that powdery is the ginger. It's beautiful. And it smells so fragrant. It is wonderful. So next on the agenda, I'm just going to throw this back in the freezer. Next on the agenda is the soy sauce. It calls for 3 tablespoons. When I did it the last time, I thought it was a little bit too salty, even though I used the reduced sodium. So I'm going to reduce it to 2. But use 3 by all means, if that's what you would like to do. 1, 2. And then now it calls for rice wine vinegar. I have this in my pantry at all times. I use it for a lot of different things, not just Asian dishes, but I like it. I like the flavor. It's mild. It's delicious. This calls for 1 tablespoon of rice wine vinegar. There we go. Kind of eyeballing it. If it's splashed a little, big deal. Next thing, it calls for 2 teaspoons of toasted sesame oil. This stuff is very strong. So what I do, again, I'm eyeballing it. I'm going to do about 2 teaspoons in my tablespoon measure. There we go. 2 teaspoons of that. Okay, now the next part, it's going to I'm going to add just chicken stock because I want to try it this way. It was delicious with the Thai curry. I'm not a huge Indian curry fan, and I discovered what it is. So when I make Indian curry, I just cut back on the turmeric because I find that is very powerful for me. So you do what you like to do. I'm going to do this. This is 1 cup of chicken stock, and I'm going to mix this bottom of the pan. Oh, it smells so fragrant from the garlic and the ginger and the toasted sesame oil. Oh my goodness, does that smell wonderful. The next thing you're going to do is add your bok choy. This looks like a lot, and it is, but it cooks down, I promise. And you know what? We may not put all of this in here. I love bok choy. This was a giant head. Usually I buy the baby bok choy and I can control it a little bit better. But this was 1 big head and I cleaned it up. You really need to clean it. It like celery, it gets very dirty inside. Now I know I'm going to get a comment. I didn't say bok choy is celery. It's not. But like celery, it comes like that and it gets very dirty inside. So what we're going to do is just toss this around in the sauce to coat the bok choy. And then the next is the fun part. This is a 1-pot meal. It cooks up in about a half hour. Again, based on your oven, how things cook in there. And I buy the pot stickers from Trader Joe's, the Goiza. This one is chicken and vegetable. Last time I made this, I used the pork and vegetable. I just grabbed what I had. And I put this whole bag on top. as this cooks, what'll end up happening is the dumplings will get in that sauce. They will also brown up a little bit, and they are just so delicious. And to me, this is a heck of a lot easier. This whole thing took, 10 minutes to put together, and that was not counting cleaning the bok choy, which was about another 5 minutes. What we need to do now is cover the casserole with foil. Let's see if I can get this foil out in one piece. Woo! Look at that. Worked. Going to cover this. Cover it nicely so that they can't escape and run away. And then we're going to bake this in the oven until the dumplings are heated through. These dumplings, and check your package, I think they all come this way, are fully cooked. You just have to heat and serve them. These are frozen this way. I did not defrost them. These are frozen. I'm going to put this whole casserole in the oven, and I'm going to check it at, I'm going to do 30 minutes. It says 25. I'm going to check it at 30. Sometimes the bok choy is a little bit too crunchy for me, so I like it to let it cook longer, and it doesn't hurt the dumplings. And then we will serve it up, and I will show you what we do with that. I'm going to add some chili crunch oil on top of that. This is Trader Joe's chili and onion crunch. This is delicious. And since now I can have spice, I'm so excited. What I'm going to do is plate this up, and I'll show you when it's done. I'll come back. Hi friends, I cooked the casserole, or the one pan dish. I will tell you, this is the second time it happened. The first time when I made it, I fixed everything and cooked it at a friend's house. We thought it was her oven. It took an hour, not 25 minutes. This is the second time this has happened. It could be the altitude, I don't know, but this is now cooked. The bok choy is cooked, and the dumplings are hot. So I think we're ready to roll. I'm going to plate this. I will show you, and then we'll go from there. So you do what you like. I think they say a serving is 4 dumplings, whatever, but you just eat whatever you want. That's the way I look at it. The bok choy has cooked beautifully. It would be tender and just lovely. And the dumplings are hot and cooked through. The broth is a lovely, like I said, I used chicken stock this time. I will put a link, if you're watching this on YouTube, I will put a link. I'll pin the first comment with the link of the recipe to allrecipes.com. That'll bring it right up. I will also put it in the description, in the description part of the video. And that is also going to appear on Facebook, because you could find my videos on Facebook, Bombolone and Biscotti, and also on YouTube. So that would work. Either way, you'll get the original recipe. The changes that I made to the original recipe for this is I didn't use the curry powder or the coconut milk, the curry paste or the coconut milk. Everything else I did the same, and I reduced the soy sauce a little bit. Now they tell you to put chopped scallions and chopped cilantro. I'm a cilantro tastes like soap person, so I didn't put it on there. I could have put chopped parsley, didn't even think about that till just now, but I am going to do the chili crisp. The onion, Trader Joe's makes an onion chili crisp that is delicious, which is why I did not add additional chopped scallions to this. You could. But this is, oh my goodness, this is so good, this onion chili crisp. It's very messy though, so just be aware of that. But I'm just going to take a little spoon, put a little, I am just so excited because you are going to witness me for the first time in, I don't know, 20 years eating spice, because I had a hiatal hernia surgery in September. And now I can dabble in a little bit of spice. So I'm excited to do that. This is what it looks like. The dish, it's beautiful. It smells absolutely amazing. So now we're going to taste it. And I will let you know. Again, going to get a little bit of that chili crisp. Going to get, this is going to be hot. Okay, this is the bok choy. Beautifully cooked. This is the dumpling. Very good. Now, you know, I'm feeling this could have even cooked another 15 minutes or so. I'm going to taste the broth. Oh my gosh, that onion chili crisp is delicious. I'm going to taste the broth. Yeah, it's beautiful. And for me personally, reducing the soy sauce by 1 tablespoon is perfect. I felt it was too salty the other way. But you may not. My friend, she liked it. So I think you have to, like I said, recipes are guides. You kind of have to do you. I want to give a shout out to Life is Good, their t-shirts. I got this as a Christmas gift from a dear friend. I love their t-shirts. They have a really great food line, and I'll be wearing a bunch more of them. The original recipe was from allrecipes.com. I will link it in the description and in the first comment. This is Carolyn from Bombolone and Biscotti. I am grateful for all of you. Thank you for stopping by. Please put a like on this video. Put a comment. Tell me what you like to do with dumplings. How do you like to prepare them? And also, do you like the chili crisp? I think it's wonderful. So thank you again, and I will see you in the next one.